Hi everybody. This video is designed to teach you how to calculate the magnitude of a vector. So before we start, we're going to talk about what a vector is. Right? A vector, there are two components to a vector. Right? The size of it, right, which makes that vector different than that vector, all right, and the direction. All right? So a vector has size and direction. All right? Let me get rid of that. So the first thing we want to do is find out the coordinates of our initial point. And as I can see here, those coordinates are -2, 3. Now my terminal point, I have 6, -1. Right? And then how we're going to talk about that vector is vector AB. Right? Starting at A, ending at B. That's very different than vector BA. So order of the points is extremely important. So if I was going to write this vector in component form, right, remember our formula is x2 minus x1, comma, right, y2 minus y1. x2, y2 refers to our terminal point, whereas x1, y1 refers to our initial point. Right? So now I'm just going to substitute our values. x2, 6 minus x1, -2, and our y2 minus y1. So I can see here that in component form I can write this vector as 8, -4. This is component form. If I was going to write this in unit vector form, that would be 8i minus 4j. Okay? And now that we have our vector written either in component form or unit vector form, now I can start to talk about how to calculate the magnitude. All right? Again, magnitude just refers to the size of that vector. And we can think about this by writing the vertical component and horizontal component and thereby creating a right triangle. And as you can see, in order to find the magnitude of this vector, which is the hypotenuse of this right triangle, I'm just going to use the Pythagorean theorem. Right? I'm going to use these symbols, these two lines, to refer to magnitude. These two lines don't mean absolute value. Right? So again, like the distance formula, the square root of a squared plus b squared. And I know you guys can all do this in your head, right? That's going to be 64, and that's going to be 16. 64 plus 16 is 80. So the magnitude of my vector here is the square root of 80. And if we want to simplify that radical, I believe that'll be 4 root 5, which is basically almost 9, right? Because the square root of 81 is 9, so square root of 80 is almost 9. All right? So, there we have our magnitude. All right? All it is just using the Pythagorean theorem. This feeds into our next video, which will teach you how to find the unit vector. Remember, unit vectors have a magnitude of 1. In the same direction as our vector that we're working with. And we're going to be using this same vector to help us do that. All right, thanks for watching.